Now, you main M Bison.
I main Necalli, but Bison.
Oh wait,
I
sorry.
have it.
I'm gonna fucking cut that. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that shit. Hey guys, it's Born Free here. I am here with PHENOM. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. I just arrived last night, and it could have gone better. Could have gone smoother because my bag was lost on the way here. So it arrives today at the hotel. So
Oh, at least you got it, man.
yeah, but like these clothes now. I have worn them since yesterday, basically, because I have nothing else. Because my bag is fucking sorry for the language. My bag is gone. So could have gone better, but I'm good. Yeah.
How you doing? So we're at Brooklyn Beatdown, the esports league competition. What do you think of this? Have you looked at the Counter-Strike stuff?
I haven't looked at the Counter-Strike stuff yet, but tomorrow I might come here and watch Counter-Strike because like it's a big live event. A lot of people are there. The audience is packed. Like I like the energy, so maybe I'll just go and see what it's like to be a part of that. But yeah, other than that, it's very nice. It's very different. It's like more esport than the normal FGC tournament in regards to Street Fighter.
That's true. I want to talk more broadly about Street Fighter, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You of course are in the CPT, the Capcom final. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you. I think I want to ask you really about some of the things that have been going on with Street Fighter the game.
Yeah.
So recently we got, the biggest news right now is Urien was released. Have you
Yeah.
had a chance to play him? What are your thoughts on him?
Well, I haven't played him that much because he's banned in this tournament. So I figured, what's the point of preparing for him if he's not allowed in this tournament? So I haven't gotten deep into him yet, but I'm very interested in trying him out, see how he is.
You think he looks strong?
I think he has his strong points, definitely. He also has his weak points, but I'm not sure. It's too early to rate him, to know where he is amongst all the other characters, but he looks like he has potential, and that's important. That's most important.
Well, talking of all the DLC characters, how do you what do you think of the DLC characters in general?
I think, in general, like overall, they're a lot weaker than the original cast, but some of them are really strong. I think Guile is actually really good.
Wow.
I think Guile is really good. I think also Alex is good, but Balrog also has he's just pretty good because like his reach trigger is very good and can get a lot of damage off of that. The other characters, Ibuki, Juri, I'm not quite sure about those. Urien is still unknown. He's very new, so we don't know. Currently, Guile is definitely the best of the DLC characters.
That I love hearing that. Is I've been a little bit out of the loop over the last couple of months because I've been running around playing Pokemon Go. But I before that time, I always felt Guile was strong. Me personally, I thought Guile had potential and was strong. And at the time, people were saying no, he's trash. And it's good to hear now that people are coming around.
Yeah, you're right in your intuition. Guile was strong. Is strong. Yeah.
So you guys, you stick with me. All right, so. Have you noticed the adjustment in the input lag, the 1.5 frame improvement?
Not really, to be honest. I think, it's obviously better. They reduced it by a little bit, so it can't be worse. It's definitely a little bit better, but it's not nearly enough of a acceptable standard for what it should be. It should be a lot less than 6.5. But I haven't really noticed any difference, to be honest.
Interesting. Takedo felt that he could feel it, but I don't know. Maybe It
depends. Like drastically, it doesn't change anything. Maybe at best it would change like small things like walk blocking, for example. Like for last minute blocking was very hard. Maybe it's a little bit easier now. But reacting to, for example, Nash's dash in or something like is still just as hard.
It's still, yeah. Yeah, that is a tough one. All right, so you main Necalli.
Yes.
Why did you pick Necalli?
Well, in the beta, I tried him out. I think he looked cool. That was the first impression I got. Like, he looks really cool. Looks like a character I would main. He's a bad guy, evil guy. I usually play evil people. So I picked him, and I knew he was strong as well. That was like bonus. He was like really good. So decided to have him as a pocket character in the beginning, because in the beginning I mained Bison, but turned out that Bison was it was not good, not a good character. So later on in like May, I decided to focus only on Necalli.
Okay, so do you think you'd ever pull out M Bison again in competition? Oh, let me.
Who knows? I may or may not. Maybe I'll just.
Do you still train with him?
Not really. I don't actually play him a lot at all. But he's if I have to pick him, I'll do it if I have to.
All right, let me ask you another question then. Do you have any? And you don't have to say if they're like secret or whatever. But do you have pocket characters, secondary characters?
Yeah, I have.
You do,
But I'm not gonna say.
but you're not gonna say. All right. Do you have a time and place when you think you're gonna break those out? Is that like gonna be like in this tournament, or like do you think it will be at the Capcom Pro Tour Finals? Or
Well, you know, the best place to bust them out might be Capcom Cup, but who knows? Maybe I'll just show it before. Maybe I don't know.
interesting.
Maybe.
And how many? One or
I got one extra.
one that's kind of you feel is tournament ready?
In some matchups, it is.
In some matchups.
Not
Okay.
not every at the moment.
So basically, Necalli's bad in matchups. So we got to think about
Maybe,
that. We got to think about that carefully. So talking of Capcom Cup in December, like you must be looking towards it. Do you have a plan? Like, are you thinking that far ahead? Do you think about the players who are there? Do you have a strategy, like a training schedule?
I try. Well, you know, I live in Norway. It's not there's not an offline scene in Norway at the moment. Like, it's not. It's only me that's playing. Like, it's literally only me.
So how do you train?
Online is the only way I can train. Playing online. So playing online, watching videos, and training mode. And I feel that might not be enough. So I'm considering spending like a week or something in Japan, trying to practice against the players there as well, sometime in November or something. So I'm looking into that as well for my training.
Do you think you'd ever, it's interesting, I spoke to Infiltration CEO and he was talking about the prospect of moving to America in the future.
Yeah.
Because for him, this is his career and Korea seems to have a similar issue to Norway, probably not as bad, but he spends a lot of time just in the training room,
Yes.
Do you ever consider moving?
No, hell no. Sorry. But
You got it too good in Norway.
yeah, this game is good. Like, I will never move to another country permanently for something like this, because like I have a lot of other stuff, a lot of obligations.
Yeah.
School, like my whole life is in Norway. I can't just toss all of that aside. So, but I can understand Infiltration. He's like super successful. He's making a lot of money. He's at that stage where he can do this for a living. So I can understand why he would move to like America, where there's more opportunity to get better deals. I don't know, like get more money and whatever.
But also play offline with
Offline with a lot of players. But I think in Korea you have a lot of good. You can play online against Japanese, easy. You can play like Korean players. There's a lot of good Korean players. People don't know. There's a Birdie that's good. They have a good Vega. They have like every character, a strong player from every character in Korea, but they're not as shown. People don't know that much about them, but they're strong. So he gets his practice well, I think. Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
So just to go back to that question, in regards to the Capcom Cup in December, do you have like so you're thinking maybe like one of the best approaches is to go to Japan? Is there anything else? Are you going to up your training? Like how much training do you do right now?
Well, I have to play a lot because the only way I can get better is by playing a lot, watching a lot of videos a lot, going training mode a lot. At the moment, that's like the three things. So you have to grind, and it's a slow learning curve. You get better and better slowly each and every time you travel to a tournament as well. So traveling to more tournaments and going around playing against everyone, I think it will be a good way to train.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Are there which players do you think offer you the biggest challenge? Like, I don't want to say scared of, because whenever I say that to anybody, they say I'm not scared of anybody.
Exactly. Yeah, I think there's not a single player, but Chun-Li, like the character Chun-Li, then I'm scared of that character. Because that character, I think, is Necalli's worst matchup. So any Chun-Li player, I'm scared of.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think Daigo even recently just said the same thing. How do you feel about the state of the game at the moment and how it's progressing?
In terms of gameplay, I've been vocal about it. Never been a fan of it, of how the core gameplay is designed. You can say you can say compared to other games that it's more balanced, like in its vanilla stage. Like vanilla SFV, you can say was more unbalanced than this, but it's not about the balance. It's about the core gameplay that I don't like. I don't like the fact that there's a lot of guessing in neutral compared to SFV, which is the only game I can kind of relate this game to. I didn't play anything before SFV, so I can only compare that to that. I've never played Third Strike and ST and all that, so I don't know anything about those games. But yeah, it's a lot more guessing, and I'm not a big fan of that. So personally, I don't really like the game at all. But at the same time, as a pro player, I think GamerB said it. He said it well. He said that as a competitive player, it's not his job to complain. It's his job to adjust to whatever they create, because their market point is the casuals. Obviously, they don't.
Yeah. No, they tried. I don't know if that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. If they did it right, that's another question. But that's their main goal, isn't it? To appeal to the casuals, and all the pro players can do is just adjust to whatever they make. But I still don't like the game. I don't like the game.
So let me ask you this question then. I don't know if you thought about it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But have you thought about if they were to make changes in the future, what would you like to see change?
From a competitive standpoint, I wish obviously the input delay should be reduced. I think some recovery on some buttons should also be reduced for some characters, like Chun-Li, maybe Karen as well, and just make it so that it becomes the ground game becomes a lot more deeper. You can react more, and it'll be a lot more fun to play than if you could whiff punish more consistently, and instead of always worrying about if it's gonna dash or jump or whatever. That's basically it for me.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. What's the biggest mistake you see other players making in this game?
The biggest mistake, I think, is when someone tries to play too clean. I think too safe, too clean. They try to play good, like normal Street Fighter SFV, kind of clean. But you should kind of mixing up your approach is the best way to play, in my opinion. Knowing when to be aggressive, knowing when to stay away, knowing when to dash, when to jump, when to press a button at the right time. You have to kind of be active, and you have to know when to be active and know when to be patient. Some players try to always win by being patient, and then eventually they'll just get rushed down. So yeah, the offense is too strong in the game.
And you proved that with your match against Fudo, which was kind of you took a lot of risks.
He was getting over aggressive, and I was. Then I just answered back with disrespect.
What was it, like 15 DPs in a row?
The thing is, I didn't even I mixed it up well between rollback, quick rise, so he couldn't react to he couldn't do the correct meaty all the time, so I could stand jab.
Good.
And then the DP was mixed in, and then just blocking. So so I noticed every time I did any other option than DP, he wouldn't stop pressing buttons on my wake up. So I was kind of thinking that I could literally DP 100% every single time instead of I could probably do 30 of them, but I decided
I think you nearly did.
No, I did 11 or something. I didn't do, and it was spread out. But yeah, he was over aggressive, stubborn. So that was in my mind. I thought that was the good counter strategy. So, yeah.
Do you play any other games seriously?
No, not really, to be honest. Only play Street Fighter seriously. I don't really care about other games at the moment. So yeah, maybe in the future, but at the moment it's only Street Fighter.
Okay. And how are you doing so far in the tournament today?
Well, like I said, I lost to Human Bomb Chun-Li, in winners, and then I made it out in losers by beating Indian. So I'm in the top 32 loser bracket right now.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Is there anything that you wish I'd asked you? Or anything that you want to say?
Anything I want to say? What do I want to say? Like, yes, shout outs to everyone who supports me. Shout outs to anyone who hates me. I don't know. Shout outs to all you people. So yeah.
Shout out to the haters.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the interview. And good luck today.
Thank you.
And good luck at the Capcom Cup. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.